I want to know that if I walk into a courtroom as the plaintiff or the defendant, that the playing field is even and that I have a fair shot.
Starting in 1994, a number of business leaders began traveling around the state, speaking to professional and community groups about the problem of lawsuit abuse in Texas.
When I go to speak to a group, the law itself is not very interesting, but the implications of a bad law are really fascinating.
Most Texans that I talk to have a deep and inherent respect for our laws and our legal system and our civil justice system. They hold almost sacred our trial by jury and our ability to access the courts.
I believe that what Texans for Lawsuit Reform does is make sure that businesses and consumers have a seat at the table.
I think Texans like having an option or the opportunity to have a voice or a say in what's going on.
Today, there are 32 volunteer members of TLR Speakers Bureau. We have made over 1,500 speeches, person to person, Texan to Texan, talking about the importance of a fair and balanced civil justice system.
Doctors were fleeing our state. They were either closing their practices early or moving out of the state altogether because their malpractice rates were exorbitantly high.
We helped pass medical liability reform that limited non-economic damages to $750,000 or $250,000 to doctors.
Texans for Lawsuit Reform was able to incorporate the end of what's known as venue shopping, where a plaintiff's group would try to pick which county out of the 254 Texas counties, which county they wanted to hold the trial in.
We helped pass legislation that curbs class action lawsuits so that attorneys, upon negotiating a class action settlement, are paid the same way their clients are. If they negotiate coupons, they get coupons. TLR was front and center again in helping pass legislation to eliminate one of the most flagrant lawsuit abuses in Texas.
Tens of thousands of asbestos-related lawsuits were filed on behalf of those who were not sick. Not only does this increase costs to our legal system, but even worse, it means that those who are truly sick are at the back of the line.
Fast forward 14 years later, and the landscape in Texas of our civil justice system is entirely different, in large part due to the efforts of Texans for Lawsuit Reforms and its many volunteers here in the state of Texas.
Today, we must continue to help defend the very reforms that we have helped pass.
Lawsuit reform has strengthened the Texas economy and increased access to doctors and health care throughout the state. Texans are interested in this vitally important issue. Invite a TLR speaker to your business or community group. Go to www.tortreform.com and click the Take Action button. Do it today.